Hey guys, it's your boy, Aaron Cave here, back for another video, and today guys, we're going to be doing something a little bit different on the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a tiers list, and not any tier list, alright? This is the high quality Aaron Squad tier list that you should expect from me. I mean, come on guys. Here's what's going to be about. Generals, alright? Here we go. At the bottom of the list, we got some famous generals from all across the world and from all different time periods. I think it's about time we rank them based on their performances. So we're going to do this a little bit differently than some other tier lists maybe. We're going to do it by, not by person, we're not going to start by people, but we're going to do it by who we think belongs in F, who we think belongs in E, D, C, B, and then A. So we're going to start off with the people that we think belong in F. Let's start off with, a lot of these people are great generals. Great people. But this guy, I have no idea who he is. Barius or something? I don't know. If he's not in my memory, he must not have been that good. And he obviously isn't worth anything above an F. So he's automatically going down there. Mostly because I don't know who he is. Scipio Africus, he sounds really familiar. I want to say I know him. He sounds super familiar. But no, I don't know who he is. So he's going to go in F. Really, this is my bad. They're probably great generals because they're on this list for a reason. But, you know, I don't know who they are, so they don't really matter to me. So, next up is E, and this is like slightly above average. People that, you know, they're good at their job. And I'm about to have to say that's definitely going to be a George Patton. Because George Patton, he was a good general, and he did orchestrate that fake invasion force that you saw in Britain with the blow-up toys and all that. He did slap one of his old soldiers that was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and I think that's the only thing that saves him from being an F is that he was a good general, but he was not very well treating of his soldiers, and that really bumps him down a lot. Going on to the D category, these are generals that they're okay. They're right above George Patton, I guess, and that would probably have to be looking over this. I don't know, it's really hard. There's a lot of good generals here. It's really hard. This is some tough choices to make. I'm gonna have to go with Pompey for the D's, because Pompey's Pompey. He lost the Roman Civil War when he vastly outnumbered Caesar's forces, and he somehow managed to lose that. So I'm gonna have to put him at D because he did an awful performance on that, to be honest, and really it's just shameful. Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah, let's put Napoleon in D. No, that's not gonna happen. Philip II. He's pretty good. I think that's for all our D's for now. I might come back and change some things. You never know. But let's move on to the C's. You might be saying, Aaron, are you gonna put all the people in S? Maybe. A lot of these generals deserve to be. A lot of them are C's, B's, A's, and a select few are definitely F's category. But we'll see. I'm definitely gonna come back though and rearrange some stuff. C category, I'm probably gonna have to go with. I'm feeling Attila, because even though Attila became before Genghis Khan and was the invader, I think of Rome, was it? I'm pretty sure he invaded Rome. Or he definitely invaded Europe. I can't remember if he went all the way to Rome or not. I'm pretty sure he did, but I can't remember. No one ever thinks of him first thing usually when they think of horsemen. Usually they get him confused with Genghis Khan. So that's why I'm gonna have to put him at C, because he's just not that memorable. He didn't do as much as our other horseman, Genghis Khan. Another thing is this guy right here, Sudada. He was a general of Genghis Khan, if I'm not mistaken. And to be honest, who remembers a general, a sub-general of a great general? So like this guy's just riding off the greatness of Genghis Khan, and that's why he's probably gonna have to be at a C too, because he's just riding off the greatness of someone else, and that's just not cool. That ain't cool, bruh. Another C category person would probably have to be, oh no, there's so many good generals here. I'm probably going to say, not Hannibal. Hannibal marched over the mountains with his elephants. Not Caesar, he was pretty decent. This guy united all of China. Saladin, I might think of Saladin. Saladin, yeah, Saladin's definitely a C. Because he did repel some of the Crusader. He was present during the Crusades, and did repel some of the Crusaders, but be honest, they came back so many times, I didn't think he kicked their butts the first time well enough. I guess he was present during, what crusade was he present during? Hold on, I gotta look this up. But anyway, we'll continue on. I think that's all the C's for now, though. Yeah, I guess we can move on to the B's. Charlemagne, our boy, I feel like he's gonna be a B. Maybe some other ones here. Now, this guy, von Moltke, I'm not sure if they mean von Moltke the younger or the elder. I'm assuming that looks like the elder. Because to be honest, he looks old. Let's be honest here. And he was a great general. He was the general that helped unite Prussia into the German Empire under Otto von Bismarck. So obviously he's one of the greatest generals. I might actually, just because I'm talking about him, I'm just gonna skip the B's. Sorry, I know I already broke my category, but he's definitely an A. He's an A general just for uniting Prussia and capturing France, and then encircling the French king, who was Napoleon III at the time. He did a great job of that. If that's Monkey the Elder, Monkey the younger was much worse. If it's Monkey the younger, I'd put him at F. But if it's the elder, definitely an A. Moving on, we also have what's some other stuff here. Sun Bin, he's probably a B, just because I feel like he's a ripoff of Sun Tzu, because he wrote his own Art of War and stuff. And Sun Tzu, I can't say his name, but this is the guy that wrote the Art of War. This guy right here, Sun Tzu. Bro, I can't speak Chinese. I'd be honest, I can't speak Chinese. But this guy wrote the Art of War, and is definitely an A. Unlike his mentor, is definitely not an A, definitely an S. And his mentor down here, Sun Bin. I mean, trash. Now we're pretty much getting into all the greats. Charlemagne stopped, if I remember, if this is the right Charlemagne, stopped Muslim invaders in Spain, and he also started the Holy Roman Empire, which was a mess. So just for that, I might have to bump him down to a C. This is a different Charlemagne. I think this might just be the Charlemagne that repelled the Muslims from Spain, from France, excuse me, because they were already in Spain at this point, and he stopped them from spreading to the rest of Western Europe. I'm not sure if he became. I think he. I'm pretty sure he became Emperor of the Romans. Yeah, this was Charlemagne, but the Holy Roman Empire is a mess throughout history. So I think for that Charlemagne, I'm gonna have to put you at, like, I don't know. He's a C. If Saladin's a C, Charlemagne's a C. Equality. Because this is like the general of the Muslims, general of the Christians, even though the different time periods. It's fine. Whatever. Moving on. We have a lot of great generals here. This guy, Marius Gaius, I think it should be a G there. Gaius Marius. He was the uncle of Julius Caesar. And he pretty much did the same thing Julius did. He marched on Rome. And it was pretty impressive. And I'm definitely going to say it's B, even though he wasn't nearly successful. Actually, he's kind of an A. He was successful in marching on Rome. And he nearly destroyed the Republic the first time around. But he didn't. But he came pretty darn close to it. Now these are all greats. But Philip II, we should just get him out of the way now. Next is Cyrus. Philip II. He united Greece under Macedonia. That's about it. That's a B, just for being successful. Hannibal. I feel like I'm going in no particular order here, but it's fine. It's fine. I like surprises. Let's do Cyrus next. I know I said Hannibal, but it's fine. Cyrus, he's a good general. Expanded Persia. It was pretty well orchestrated, I think. He's definitely a solid B, because he expanded Persia, he expanded Macedonia. That seems about right. And now we go into a lot of the legendary generals. Obviously Alexander, Simon Bolivar. Sorry, Miss Montos. Sorry, Miss Ritchie, my Spanish teachers. They will kill me now. Genghis Khan, Hannibal, Caesar, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Qing Shi I'm not even gonna try and say his last name. I'm not even gonna try to say his first name. This is the guy that made the Qing dynasty in China and pretty much united China, and that's pretty impressive. So just for making the Qing dynasty, I'm gonna put him in an automatic S, but maybe not because I need some pressure. But mm, mm, I'm gonna say yes, just because he was that good. Now, the rest of these guys are probably all A's and all A's and S's. To be honest. Oh, sorry, that was mail coming in. And no, I'm not restarting this recording, so sorry. Yeah, my bad. That was your rape. I'm so sorry. Anyway, continuing on. Uh, Alexander. Alexander the Great never lost a battle. Went all the way from Macedonia to India and Afghanistan and conquered all of them. So I'm going to put him on an automatic S, just because he's obviously one of the greatest generals of all time. And I mean, come on, he's Alexander the Great. He is great in the name for the reason. Now I know I put Cyrus the Great down here, but Cyrus the Great really didn't deserve it as a general. He was a great leader, but not as a general. He was an okay general. Alexander got the great from being a great general. Moving on, we're just going to go down the list here now. Our boy Simon. Simon, I think, is an A. He's definitely an A, mostly because he did succeed in a lot of independent movements in Latin America, but he never reached his full goal of fully uniting South America and Central America into one country. So for that, I'm going to say you failed, bud, but you did a pretty good job along the way. And definitely defeating a European power, even if the European power was on its last legs, is definitely impressive. Nonetheless, oop, went down there a little far. Okay, moving on. Genghis Khan, our boy. To be honest, S. I'm feeling S. These are all so great generals. So this is the hard part. It's the hardest part in the world. Genghis Khan, mid largest empire I ever knew. The Mongol Empire, obviously, and our boy, Genghis Khan. Uh, I mean, wow, it was incredible what he did. He was pretty much like Alexander the Great. They both conquered vast regions of territory, and I think they're both. To be honest, you know what? I think we need another. I think we need another tier, because these guys are great. They're like some of them. I think they're better than Quinn Shi here. He was definitely a solid S, but he's not as good as Alexander. Hold up, I got this. I got this. I got this. We're gonna make it. We're gonna add another row. We're gonna add another row. We're adding another row, and we're gonna call it not SS. We're gonna call it double S. Okay, yeah, and we're moving Alexander and Genghis Khan up there because you know what? They deserve it. Then we have Napoleon. He conquered all of Europe. Even though he invaded Russia in the winter, he actually made it to Moscow, which was his goal, I guess. But I don't know if he's a double S. Because here's the thing, he's either S or double S. He's definitely up there. But I'm going to have to put him as an S because ultimately he really screwed up in the end, and then he had shining. He had a chance to come back at the Battle of Waterloo. Battle of Waterloo, and he really messed that up. He had a chance, and he blew it. He absolutely blew it, and that's why he's going to be an S for me. Next we got Hannibal. I'm not sure why I skipped Napoleon, but I just saw him. I was like, oh, that's cool. Hannibal, even if he did lose that really important battle during when he was fighting the Romans, when he marched the elephants across the Alps, he did lose. But for marching the elephants across the Alps, when the Romans didn't think anyone could do that, and they were expecting a naval invasion from Carthage, I mean, can we just talk about that for a second? The guy was such an able-bodied general. He was able to march elephants across the Alps, a mountain range. I mean, it's incredible what he was able to do. It's, you can't believe it. And what was that war during? It was the Second Punic War, I think. that he marched those elephants. So even if he did lose in the end, still pretty impressive. Last week we got Julius Caesar. He was a pretty decent. He was a decent general. He was pretty good. Not gonna lie. He had a lot of. It was a lot like his uncle, uh, Marius, Gaius Marius. Pretty much exactly like him actually because they both invaded Rome. And I think I'm gonna automatically put him at an S, because well he's a good general, especially with that strategy during the Roman Civil War with Pompey, where he built two sets of walls and fought two enemies at the same time from two directions, which I can't remember the name of the battle, but it was certainly impressive nonetheless. Uh, Julius Caesar had a way of whenever sieging an enemy, he'd build a wall around them, and then he got attacked from the rear, so he decided to build another wall. Uh, so I mean, what a real man there. But anyway, I think this is our list. So we got just a review. We got Alexander and Genghis Khan, two of the greatest generals of all time and greatest land masses acquired. At the top with our double S category that we made midway through the show. And then we have S's with the Sun Tzu, Quinji, Napoleon, Hannibal, and Caesar. All great generals, all uniting lots of people and land. Even if Hannibal did fail, I mean, he marched elephants across the Alps. I mean, wow, just amazing. And then for A's, we have other great generals that are pretty good, but not as memorable. Except Simon, he's definitely memorable in Latin America, just not across the world. Gaius Marius, and Simon, and obviously Von Monty. Assuming this is the elder, I'm not sure. Then we have Sunbin, Philip II and Cyrus in B, Attila and Sudiel, Saladin and Charlemagne in C, and we have Pompey at D, George Patton at E, and these two guys, I have no idea who they are, so they're not that memorable, so obviously they weren't worth remembering. So I think that's going to do with my tier list today, guys. Just want to thank you all for watching, and hopefully you liked the video. Maybe I'll do more if people really like this. Or maybe I'll start making history videos on specific topics. I'm not really sure yet. But definitely something I'm really into, obviously. But hopefully you'll enjoy this once I get it uploaded, because I haven't uploaded in like a year. So, I don't know. Definitely be interesting. But I hope you guys liked and subscribe to the video. Leave a comment telling me how I can improve. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.